200% fact. Most of the teachers, except a few, won't pronounce my name properly. I've heard Sarferaaz, Sarferaaz. Do you think being a business major is so lethargic?
Everybody talking, but they coming to the shows. Pull up in the rows, how she wanna roll. Everybody talking, but they coming to the shows. Pulling up, being on swerving.
Hey guys, Sarferaaz Khan here. Today's video is gonna be very different from the usual. By that way, in this video, I'm gonna react to memes and TikToks related to students for the first time ever. So get ready for fun. Before that, if you're coming here for the first time and you're looking for ways to become the best ever version of yourself and gain amazing levels of knowledge, you have come to the right place. Without wasting any more time, let's get into the video right now. Actually, what they are showing over here happens during the last moments of your exam. Especially when you have 5 or 10 minutes to submit the paper, but you have one whole section to write or more questions to write. Most importantly, even if you know the answer at this moment, your brain won't work at all. It would be quite a mess.
A part tip redact. What? A part tip redact. Scavern. What are you talking?
Oh, I get it. When school or college is filled with classes, subjects and lessons, and suddenly a holiday comes in between, like for 2 or 3 days, most of us wouldn't want to take our books at home or even revise lessons. And automatically what's going to happen? All the lessons in your head would fly away. And when you return to school or college after holiday, first day, first period, this could happen to you. I've seen many students come across this situation at college. During the whole semester, they won't even care about classes or assignments. And when the semester exam comes, you must just see the speed of their learning and their work. It would be just mind-blowing. But on the other side, as far as college is concerned, being serious or being lethargic is at your sense. You can keep up with all the lessons right from the beginning, or you can even crack your head at the last moment. That was amazing. This reminds me so much of school days. Especially while doing something silently in the class or like reading in the class silently, there would definitely be one special guy or even a girl who does this. I don't know whether they do it intentionally or what, but when this happens, everyone, including the teacher, would tilt their heads outside. It would be so funny to watch. I hope you also would have experienced this sometime.
Don't cry, 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 don't cry.
For those of you who are about to enter college as a fresher, caution, beware when it comes to exams. As far as school is concerned, all the questions asked in the exam would be pretty much straightforward. But when it comes to college, your brain would go for a spin seeing all those questions. Because in college, you're expected to understand whatever is taught at class and you should be able to apply it to the real world. For example, in school, the question would be, explain the nature and scope of economics. Write an introduction, tell the meaning of economics and its definitions, and the nature and the scope. But when it comes to college, economics is a science and art, explained with possible illustrations. The answer would be the same, but look at the modification of the question. So you have to be careful.
Why are we going so fast, nigga? Yeah, what?
There is no need of explanation for this. You would definitely understand what is being shown over there. When you see your friend going outside before you during an exam, you would feel like going. Regardless of the time you have, whether it is short time or very long time, you will definitely feel stressed, overwhelmed if you see your friend going out before you. At the same time, the moment you see your friend going outside before you, there ends your peaceful writing, even if you're writing the exam well.
Okay, here we go. Here.
This is short.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
Why wait till 2045? This technique is already here, teaching by way of songs. Apart from the fun aspect in this particular TikTok, this technique is very useful when it comes to learning a new language. When I was learning French in Alliance Française de Madras, which is in Nungambakam, all the teachers would play songs in order for the students to understand easily or memorize something. Would you forget any lyrics of a song once it is registered in your mind? Definitely not. The same applies over here. 100% fact. Hydro flask could be the most irritating thing when dropped down. As far as I know, people would fly to catch the hydro flask before it does that trrr sound or whatever. That too in an exam hall like it is shown here. Horrible. Oh yes, I remember. But do these things have a name? Not able to remember the name. Do these things have a name really? All I remember was back in first standard or second standard, the teacher would bring a box full of these things. She would call students to the front, write some values on the board, and ask us to denote the value with these things. But I'm not able to remember the name. Comment down below if you know the name of these things. But that way, it was good to see it after a long time. Oh, this one. I guess this happens in college as well, but in schools mostly. But in these days, most of the colleges and universities have an elevator with them. But even if there is an elevator at school, the students won't be able to use it. In college, it is not that difficult to climb up stairs. But in school, with all the weight in your back, and especially if your class is at the top floor, I've been there, I've experienced it.
Never in my 17 years of teaching have I received a note from a substitute as disgraceful as this one. Is this how you all act when I'm gone? Like children? And for those of you who decided to misbehave yesterday, I have your names. My expectations for this classroom are very clear. So for the next 15 minutes, you will write in silence an apology to your substitute teacher, who, by the way, might not ever come back to the school due to your behavior.
In my opinion, every teacher at least once in their teaching experience would have done this. And it mostly happens with class teachers and year faculties. But on the other side, all the credits to this person over here. It was so accurate to see all the facial expressions, body language and her voice tone, everything was perfect just like a teacher. Who knows? She could be a real teacher. Wow! Watching teachers do this was always my favorite part in school. I always wanted to do this at least once, but I never got a chance. The person who would do this often in class was my music teacher back in 7th standard. As soon as he comes to the class, goes to the smartboard and does this. As far as this is concerned, it has never happened to me. For those of you who don't know, I was a good football player back in my school days. I was focusing on football, but not only football, I would take part in most of the sport activities at school. When it comes to sports day, that would be my favorite. Whether it is cricket or relay race or 100 meters, 200 meters, pyramid or throw ball, basketball, everything. And by that way, there is no chance that this would happen to me, and I don't know how it feels. Oh, I get it. The swag walk. But not only basketball players, all the student athletes would do this in school. But that way, what I was doing back in school was, we would go as a group and select all the students who are in the football team for the upcoming match or for the upcoming tournament. During class hours, skipping a few periods. And most frequently, irritating other students who are actually inside the classroom. Literally, we would be going around the whole school.
Oh my god.
That was good. Just like I said before about exams, in college, this would happen even if you've actually studied or not studied. But in school, this would happen only if you've not studied. But that way, the sync with the music and his actions was very perfect. I liked it so much. All the time. Of course, getting sick or being depressed or anxiety are all a part of college life. But it won't happen on a regular basis. So getting sick sometimes mostly happens with these hostel students. Because they are away from their home, they won't be comfortable with the water or even the food. So it happens with them. But on the other side, when it comes to college life, there will be times where you have to get serious about your studies or your marks, everything. But there is no denying the fact that college life would be the best time of your life. That's it? What was that? Do you think being a business major is so lethargic? Of course, the subjects won't be that difficult when compared to physics, chemistry, or mathematics, but it doesn't mean that all the schedule will be this lethargic. What do you think about marketing, accounting, finance, IT law, economics? Come on, bro. It's not fair. No, not at all.
First day of school, the sun's out, everyone's smiling. Yes, dude. No!
Welcome to school!
I don't think that happens in school, but in college it definitely does. The first week would be full of orientation program, it would be totally fun, and then slowly the lessons, slowly the exams, and finally maybe low marks. So that is when you'll understand the very fact that even if you write so much or even present the paper so well, the teacher won't be so liberal like back in school when it comes to allotting marks. So college expects more from you.
Spartans!
Oh, that's from
What is your
300.
profession?
No! Why don't business majors get that cool thing? Why not?
I'm almost there. I've never been this far before, dude. I'm about to win. Bro, he's coming. Shoot. Good book. Oh my gosh, I was so close.
Wait,
Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Dude. Wait, did you just lose your iPad?
how is that even possible? All I understood was he was playing games, and when the teacher came, he turned his iPad into a book somehow, and later his iPad became a book. What's that? Amazing memory. This exactly happened in my last day of school. But something more also happened. I am from SBOA. The uniform for the boys would be a light blue shirt and a dark blue pant. And for the pocket, there would be an L-shaped pattern over here in dark blue. And after the final exam, which was Business Max, all the boys would rip the pocket off and throw it along with the papers. So while I was coming down the stairs, it was all papers and pockets.
Excuse me. Yes, miss? Would you like to share that with the whole class? No, that's why I was whispering.
Whoa!
Não, vai não.
Roasted. But that is something serious in reality. It doesn't work like that, especially with a strict teacher. Dangerous.
Okay, class, let's take this attendance. Do we have a susata? It's forest. Foresta. Of course. Then do we have a plus I, son? It's Addison. Addison. Get it right. Then do we have a I emoji sec? It's Isaac. Are you serious? You're the one with an emoji in your name. Then we have A, B, C, D, E. Absidy. Absidy. Good one. Then we have, it's probably Matthew. Actually, it's Matthew? No, Matt the W. Ah!
Actually, I need to share something over here. I have a problem with my name at college. Most of the teachers, except a few, won't pronounce my name properly. I've heard Sarferaaz, Sarferaaz. I've heard what is your name? I've heard all these things, but very rarely I hear Sarferaaz Khan. I don't know, is it that difficult to pronounce? Huh? So, friends, I hope that this video was an enjoyable one for you. Let me know in the comment section if you want more videos like this. I just gave it a try for the very first time. So that's it for today, guys. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and drop your thoughts down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for new videos every week and that bell icon to get notified. Until next time, stay happy, stay motivated, and believe in yourself.
I'll bring that fire, then I'll make it rain. Look at this boy, have I gone insane?